Let's take a look at this question here. A line passes through P at 1, 2 and B at 20, 35. Determine the gradient of the line. We're looking at a situation that looks somewhat like this. It passes through 1, 2 and 20, 35. So what we have here is 1, and here you have 2, here you have 20, and here you have 35. Alright? So that P is here and Q is here. The gradient, well, you know the coordinates of these 2 points. So here now, the change in height, remember 2 is at this level, and then you have 1 right here. The change in height would be this 35 minus the 2. If we consider this as point 1, this would be x1 and y1, and this as point 2, this is x2 and y2. Now from that formula that you might remember for the gradient, it is y2, which is 35 up here, minus y1, which is 2 down here, divided by, so it's a change in y, the rise, divided by change in x, which is the run. So in that case, it would be x2 minus x1. So it's 20 minus 1. So the gradient is what? This will be 33 divided by 19. Right, 33 over 19 is the gradient here. So we have 33 divided by 19. Now, what is the y-intercept of the line? Well, imagining that you extend the line. If you should extend it, right, what would be the y-intercept? Now, here, if you say y equals mx plus c, the y equals mx plus c is a general form of the straight line. At, let me see now, at P, y equals 2, so it's 2 equals, m is the gradient, which we just found, 33 over 19, times x is 1, plus c. So when you transpose, you will see c is equal to, it will be 2 over 1 minus 33 over 19. Then you calculate using your knowledge of fractions, right? One thing you can do here, if we use common denominators, we have something over 19 minus 33 over 19, right? But what if you multiply the 1 down here by 19, you have to multiply the 2 up here by 19. So it's 38, alright? So, in this case, 38 minus 33, it would be 5. So C would be 5 divided by 19. So, that's the y-intercept, the point where the line crosses the y-axis, so 5 over 19. That's less than a half. In fact, it's less. Well, it's almost a quarter, just a little bit more than a quarter, so it almost would have passed through the origin. Alright? Alright. So that's the y-intercept. So if we should magnify this, right here, the line, if you extend it, across this point on the y-axis, which is 5/19. Alright? After that now, what does it say? Write down the equation of the line. So, you see the general equation is y equals mx plus c. Y and x are variables, they keep changing, but the m gradient and the c, the y-intercept, do not change. So what you could write here is y is equal to m. What was m again? The gradient is 33/19. So it's 33 divided by 19 x plus 5/19. Okay, good. That's one way to write it. Another way might be where you multiply everything by 19, so you have y equals 33. If you put this over 19, this will be multiplied by 19, so 19 will cancel. So you just write 33/19x. No, not over 19. You would have multiplied by 19 already. So 19 would multiply y, so you'd have 19y is equal to 33x plus 5. That's another way of putting it, right? But this here is in the general form of the equation of a straight line, alright? So 33/19, 5/19. So y equals 33/19x plus 5/19. Alright, where does the line cross the x-axis? Now wherever it crosses the x-axis, that's when y equals 0. Alright? So if y is 0, let's use this format in the box. So here, here now, if y is 0, remember the x-axis is where y is 0. And you're asked where the line crosses the x-axis. So what you would have, well, if you extend it, if you extend the line, because I think the one in your assignment you would not need to extend it, it already crosses the x and y. But in this case, if you extend the line, what would happen? So in this case now, when y is 0, 0 equals 33/19x plus 5/19, right? Multiply everything by 19. 0 times 19 is 0. So you have 33x plus 5 equals 0. If you multiply by 0 by 19, 0 times 19 would be 0. And 19 would cancel itself here and here as well. So 33x minus 15 is equal to 0. 33x is equal to 15, so x would be 15 divided by 33. 15/33. That's where it crosses the x-axis. So in this case, you have, it asks before where it crosses the x-axis. So if this is the value of x, you need to find the value of y, because you need the coordinates. Now y is equal to, alright, so Let's look at this now. Y is 33 over 19 times x. You want to find out where y is now. Y is 33 over 19 times x, but x is 15 over 33. So in this case, 15 over 33 plus 5 divided by 19. So what do you have? 33 will cancel 33. So y is 15 over 19 plus 5 over 19. Right? Now, 15 19 plus 5 19 would be 15 and 5 20 19. Right, so that's a little bit more than 1. So when x is 15 33, y is 2019. So it's 15 33 2019. 15 23rd 2019. So in this case, where the line crosses the x-axis is 15 33 20 over 19. Did I remember that right? Let me look back at what we have here. Right. Alright. Anyway, what is the distance from A to B? Well, it should have been from P to Q. So we want the distance from P to Q. Right. Now here, what you're dealing with is an application of Pythagoras Theorem. Right? Let me erase some of the workings that I have here. Oh no, I don't want to erase the answers over here. Alright. So, the distance from P to Q. It's like you have a right angle triangle. The right angle would be here. So that distance, you apply Pythagoras theorem. So PQ squared is equal to, remember now, we're talking about distance here, rise and the run. It rises from 2 to 35, so you have 33 squared plus, and then here you run from 1 to 20, which is 19 squared. And then PQ is equal to, question now, what is 33 squared? Plus 19 squared. 33 squared, oh no. 33 squared plus 19 squared equal 1450 is PQ squared, 1450. So in this case now, what is PQ equal to? PQ is equal to the square root of 1450. This was from a previous working we did. So PQ, what would PQ be? Calculator, 1450. I want to find the square root the square root first. Square root of that equals, call it 38. Alright? The distance is 38. Right. If the coordinates of the point of the line, find the coordinates of the point of the line are halfway between A and B. Keep seeing A, B here. It's P and Q we're dealing with. So, P and Q. Alright. By the way, it should be PQ. PQ. And of course, this should also be PQ. Alright. So find the coordinates of the midpoint of the point on the line that's halfway between P and Q. So here we're looking at the midpoint. The midpoint is really the average of the x and y values. So here now, what we say is the midpoint equals value of x 20 plus 1 divided by 2 comma value of y 35 minus 2 divided by 2. So you divide by 2 because you're looking at midpoint. So 20 plus 1 is 21. 21 divided by 2 comma 35 minus 2 equals 33. 33 divided by 2. So those would be your midpoint. Alright. We just erase some of these things that I had here before. Alright. Another line passes through the midpoint and is perpendicular to the line PQ. Determine the equation of the line that passes through P. Equation of the line. It's a midpoint. This should be the midpoint. Alright. So let me add that here to V midpoint, the midpoint. Alright. So you know the midpoint, the coordinates of the midpoint already. You also know it's perpendicular to the original line. You have to remember, when it comes to perpendicular lines, the product of their gradients is -1. They multiply to give -1. Alright? So, here now, what was the gradient of this? 33 divided by 19. So in this case now, what you have, asking for the, let me just look again. The equation of that line. It's the equation that you want. So the midpoint was was the midpoint again? I wrote it down somewhere here. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's right in front of me there. 21 over 2, 33 over 2. So the midpoint is really, that would be 10.5, comma, and what? 16.5. Anyway, let's continue here, right? You want to know the equation of the line. What was the gradient of this line again? 33 over 19. The new line is y equals, and with this gradient mean 33 over 19. If you put it as 19 divided by 33, remember the product of their gradient must be -1. So if you have 33 over 19 and you multiply it by 19 over 33 negative, then you, in this case, you will get -1. So what that means is that the gradient of this new line that is perpendicular to PQ is -1933. So y equals negative 19 over 33 times x plus c. Alright, so in this case c would be what? Another line passes through the midpoint and is perpendicular to it. It's the equation. Alright, this is c. We don't know what c is, but guess what? There is a point on the line where x is 21 over 2 and y is 33 over 2. So let's take advantage of that. 33 over 2, 33 divided by 2 is equal to -9 divided by 33 times 21 divided by 2 plus c. Alright. So in this case, and as you can see, this problem, it has a lot of fractions in it, but once you have your calculator that can deal with fractions, you shouldn't have a problem working them out. So in this case, 9 by 21 is 9 times 21 equals, so you have 33 over 2 equals 189, so 33 divided by 2 is equal to -189 divided by 33 by 2 is 66 plus c. So c would be equal to what now? You'd have to add 180 divided by 66 to 33 divided by 2. So let's see how that would work out. Because remember, it's a -180 divided by 66, and you want to say c equal. So you have to add 180 divided by 66. So what you have is 33 over 2 plus 180 over 66 equals 19.227. Right, you call it 19.2. So that is C. So in that case, the equation of the line is y is equal to negative 19 over 33x plus 19.2. So in that case, you have the equation of that line. Let me put the equation over here. Alright. Not sure if we're going to need to use it again. So let's not erase it and let's put it over there. Now another line passes through the point negative 10, 5 and is perpendicular. Should be parallel, you know. I wanted it to be parallel. So this PA, RA, and then EL, alright, parallel to PQ. Determine the equation of that line that passes of that line. It should be of that line, full stop. That's it. So now, here, parallel, they have the same gradient. That's what it means. When two lines are parallel, the gradients of the lines are the same. So y equals, what was the gradient of this line again? 33 over 19. 33 divided by 19. Y equals 33 over 19x plus c. Right? Here at P we have hold on, did I make a mistake here? P is 1, 2, not negative 10, 5. So P is 1, comma 2. So here, the line that passes through 1, 2 and is parallel, determine the gradient. We know that when x is 1, y is 2. This is the general format of a straight line. Y equal mx plus c in this case. Y equal 33 over 19x plus c. We know that x, we know here that x, when x is 1, y is 2. So I can write 2 equals 33 divided by 19 times x, no, not times, times 1, x is 1, plus c. So in this case, our c would be 2 divided by 1 minus 33 divided by 19. Let's use a calculator to see if we can find out what the value of this is. Okay, yes, there we are. There we are with our calculator. So 2, same as 2 over 1, minus, this is 33 divided by 19, equals 0.263. So this is 0.263, the y-intercept. And then here we can write down the full equation now. Y is equal to 33 over 19 x plus, we have the thing in fraction already. Let's deal with fraction. If you multiply the 1 by 19, you can multiply the 2 by 19 to get 38 minus 33, 19, using common denominators. Let me plug in my computer. It was saying that the battery was low, in low battery, from the sound that it was making. So 33, 45, 36, 38 minus 33 is 5, so it's 5 divided by 90. So that is the equation of our line.